There are several interrelated factors that might explain why some people perceive that descendants of British colonizers appear to be in denial about the darker aspects of their colonial past. National histories are often constructed around selective memories that emphasize achievements and downplay or even omit controversial events. In many former imperial centers, public education, media, and cultural narratives have historically highlighted progress and success while minimizing uncomfortable truths about exploitation and oppression. This selective storytelling can lead to a collective memory that doesn't fully acknowledge past injustices. Descendants who benefit, directly or indirectly, from the legacies of colonialism may experience cognitive dissonance. Acknowledging the negative aspects of their ancestors' actions can conflict with a self-image rooted in pride or entitlement. To reduce this mental tension, some individuals might unconsciously reject or downplay historical criticisms, effectively living in denial about these uncomfortable parts of history. Institutions like schools, museums, and media often play a role in reinforcing a particular version of history. When these institutions fail to critically examine or challenge the colonial narrative, it reinforces a status quo where colonial exploits are either sanitized or reinterpreted in a more favorable light. This institutional bias can contribute to a broader societal denial among those who identify with that heritage. There can also be political and social incentives to deny or minimize past wrongdoings. In debates over issues like reparations or the removal of statues, acknowledging a colonial past in all its complexity can become a polarizing subject. For some, denying or downplaying the negative aspects becomes a defensive posture against perceived attacks on national identity or collective pride. It's important to note that this perceived denial is not universal. Many individuals, including descendants of those involved in colonial enterprises, actively engage with and critique their country's past. They support efforts in historical reevaluation, reparative justice, and the decolonization of cultural narratives. The perception of widespread denial can sometimes overshadow the voices that advocate for a more critical and self-reflective approach to history. In summary, the idea that descendants of British colonizers are in denial is rooted in the complexities of national memory, inherited privilege, and institutional narratives. While these factors can encourage a tendency to overlook or minimize problematic aspects of colonial history, it's also true that there is significant internal debate and a growing movement toward confronting and reassessing this past. This dynamic reflects the broader challenges that many post-colonial societies face as they reconcile historical legacy with contemporary values.